Some stories just stick with you, right? They feel timeless. Well, what if I told you it's not magic? Today, we're going to dive into a classic Japanese folktale, and in doing that, we're going to uncover a powerful secret about communication that you can literally start using today. I mean, talk about an opening line. Right away, you're hooked. A child born from a peach, and he's got to fight monsters that grown-ups are too scared to face? You just have to know what happens next. It's the perfect setup.
So, first things first, let's just experience the story at the heart of all this. This is the legend of Momotaro, the Peach Boy.
Okay, so picture this. A kind old couple, they've always wanted a child but never had one. Then, one day, this enormous peach comes floating down the river. They pull it out, and inside is a baby boy. They name him Momotaro. What a beginning, right?
So, Momotaro grows up to be super strong and brave. But, his world isn't perfect. He keeps hearing these stories about Oni, these terrifying demons who are raiding villages from a nearby island. And while everyone else is hiding in fear, Momotaro makes a choice. He says, "I'll go. I'll be the one to face them." And this is where it gets really cool. He doesn't assemble an army of knights or samurai. Nope. He's joined by a dog, a monkey, and a pheasant. I mean, what a crew! But here's the most important part. They don't follow him because he promises them treasure or fame. They follow him because they trust him. That little detail, it's everything.
And if you lay out his journey, you can see this beautiful, timeless pattern. You've got the miraculous beginning, that clear call to action, building this unlikely team based purely on trust, all leading up to the final epic showdown. Each piece just flows perfectly into the next.
So this tiny, motley crew gets to the Demon Island. And the battle is fierce, it's scary, but the story makes one thing crystal clear. It wasn't just about strength. Their unity, the fact that they had each other's backs, was way more powerful than any weapon the demons had. And this is the real payoff. When Momotaro and his friends come back home, yeah, they've got the stolen treasure, but they brought back something so much more important. He didn't just return as a conqueror or a warrior. He returned as a living symbol that courage and working together can beat even the scariest things imaginable. He became hope. So, that's the tale. Pretty simple, right? And yet, it's so memorable. The big question is, why? Why does a story like this survive for hundreds of years? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not an accident. There's actually a hidden structure working behind the scenes.
And this is where we get to pull back the curtain and see how the sausage is made. We're going to break down a 5-part formula that's the secret engine behind this story. And trust me, behind tons of other great stories you already know and love.
What we're really talking about here is something called universal storytelling. You can think of it like a blueprint or a recipe that just makes a story resonate with us as human beings. It makes it easy to remember, and this is key, it makes it really, really easy to share.
And here it is, the whole shebang, the 5 ingredients. Number 1, you need an ultra-strong hook in the first few seconds. 2, simple, cinematic storytelling that people can actually picture in their heads. 3, an emotional turning point where everything changes. 4, a soft moral, a takeaway that doesn't feel like a lecture. And finally, number 5, a share moment, a reason for someone to pass the story on.
Okay, so that's the theory. But let's put it to the test. Let's map this formula directly onto the story of Momotaro we just heard. This is the aha moment, I promise.
Check this out. It fits like a glove. The hook? A child born from a peach. I mean, come on, you can't beat that. The cinematic story? You can perfectly picture the old couple, the weird animal friends, the scary island. The emotional turning point? It's right there, when unity beats fear and he transforms from warrior to hope. And the soft moral? It's not hammering you over the head, it's a beautiful thought. Great strength begins with courage and kindness. And that share moment just gives the story a mission. It's a perfect match.
Okay, but this isn't just a fun little exercise in analyzing folk tales. This is a genuinely practical tool. Seriously, you should think of this as your own personal storytelling superpower. Look, whether you're trying to explain a complex idea at work, trying to get your kids to listen, or even just writing an email, this 5-part structure is your key to making a message that actually lands. It makes people want to listen, it makes ideas stick. And think about the power of that soft moral. It's not telling you what to believe, it's just offering an idea for you to think about. That's so much more effective than being preachy because it invites people into the idea instead of pushing it on them.
So there you have it. You have the formula, the blueprint. You now have the power to shape your own ideas, your own messages, into a story that can travel and truly make an impact. So the only question left is, what story will you tell?
And that brings us right back around to that brilliant final step of the formula, the share moment. The story of Momotaro is the ultimate proof that one small person telling the right story can make a world of difference. So if you know someone who needs to hear that message, well, you know what to do.